Well, hello everyone. Here to show you the real geography coloring right here. As you got, it's like the coloring and drawing, I would say, but you have it to where that you see right here that I went ahead and drew a detail, as you say, description. It's like with the mountains and then along with the landscapes and along with the the trees and stuff. It's like you got the trees and along right here, so you got that like a scenery of like what looks like to be like a draw up. It's like a river type base. But so far with the real geography is it talking about is which I'm sure a lot of us here whenever we were in a 6th or 7th grade or something like that, maybe the 10th grade year or something like that we took a subject where we would study about the different landscapes. So you say it's plateaus, so you say the mountains, like Mountain Everest, and then along the Rocky Mountains and the different landscapes and stuff. But basically is what I got drawn right here, of course, is that you get like the landscape right here, and then along with the tree details right here is like if you were to say is the scene right here to be like if you were standing on the edge. It's like you got to have it to where that the one part of the cliff, say the one part you say the plateaus, you say that would be facing south. That of course with the details I drew right here is talking about the different directions, north, south, and east and west. But anyway, you got the detail right here, the coloring, and I'll be working with a variety of colors right here. Is it starting out with, it says it's purple, or it could be known as the violet. It's like violet type crayon. But of course, a lot of us here would probably say that there's only a very limited amount of things you can do. What you say with the crayon. That a lot of times that you probably say that maybe whenever you're 4 or 5 years old, maybe preschoolers. A lot of the preschoolers, I'm sure, would probably say that there's only a few things that you can do with crayons. But of course, here to show you that more likely there's millions. There's millions of things that you can do with the crayon, such as putting in detail into artwork, such as we say Real Geagraphy. It's talking about how I drew this right here. Of course, that I drew this from a real photo that of course my father had given me, and of course that I had worked with, and then of course that you see right here is that I don't even know where it was taken, but my best guess is it was either it's like in New Mexico or whatever. But you have the details right here, and of course that you got the details of the mountains, and of course right here you see right here is that what looks like to be is a river, say a river, and I don't know if it's the Merrimack, say river, but it's like a good example of what looks to be a river. According to the photo, that's what it looked like. But let's just say that starting out is like what I got detail right here is you get the miles, and along with the feet, and then the quarters, and then the yards. But let's just say that if you're about facing, let's see, about 400 feet, I'd say about 400 feet, 400 feet to the south. You're facing 400 feet to the south. Let's just say that this was south. That more likely to say that the sun will be facing, the sun will be facing like like the east or west part. You say it will be facing about that direction, and you have it to where that you get that it's like the river right here, the river details. But so far with I have millions of things that you can do with crayons. Is like add a little bit of detail about it's like you get the mountain view right here, and then right here you got like a river right here. And a lot of the kids would probably say that you draw it's like the river details is to go ahead and just put a real dark blend of let's say purple looking coloring right in here. And of course for the mountains you got the mountain detail, but go ahead and put It's like this is of course this is part of the mountain right here. Got the mountain right there, and see here. Go ahead and work with them. With the black. That I put a little bit of shade of black right here on top for the mountain. And of course, a lot of us here would probably say that drawing mountains is kind of hard to do, but I guess it's not very complicated. Just like if there was it's like a part right here where you say that there was a corner that would shift, or say that would shift. It's like at from time to time that how mountains you say were formed is whenever whenever they would develop, which I'm sure a lot of us here have read about how mountains are formed, that the way they are shaped, I guess from either it's the weather, as you say, which I don't even know. I really don't even know how they're shaped, but more likely I just I seen them just by the the details of the mountains, is that they got these different shape line designs, you say, is like in one part of the mountains. But you get the mountain right here, and of course a lot of people would probably say that is to kind of blend in the colors just by like kind of smearing the colors on there. But you get the mountain detail right here. Mountain detail. But I remember whenever I was in school that I remember that the teachers would want you to read books and stuff about the details about it was like so far as the geography about how mountains are formed, the different kinds, and it's like how far they spread out from land to land and stuff like that. And I remember that was one subject that I had that I thought was just real hard, and I think a lot of it had to do with the fact about that I that couldn't understand about necessarily about but the measurements you say is and then talking about the study about how far each one is you say shift, you say is that whatever direction that they are facing, and along with the different landscaping. And of course right here you got the tree detail right here. I'll go ahead and add the green right here. So you got the tree right here. But it's like the things that you can do with the crayon, more likely that you could probably say that there may be only about maybe 10 things that you can do with the crayon. You say is that you start out with a picture that is already drawn, and then from there, and then you will probably say that start out with something that's already drawn and then color it from there. And a lot of people will probably say that whatever colors that they do have to work with, that more likely that it kind of looks like sloppy Joe, that they don't know what they're doing. They can't really concentrate on what they really want to do, the things that they want to do from what appears on paper. But of course, letting everybody know that whenever I drew this right here, this detail, this you say this mountain view type landscaping, say drawing right here, that more likely that of course that you only a lot of times you would get better just by practicing. It's like for practice makes perfect, and with practice makes perfect, as it goes is that if you just work harder at it, and a lot of people would probably say that out of those millions of things that you can do with crayons and say markers, that you start out with, let's just say if you were to draw a picture with a marker and then color it by crayon like I did right here, that more likely that you can put quite a bit of detail in it. And it would you say is called, it's like for real geography. Whenever I was in school, that of course they didn't really have you do this activity, but now since I can do it, more likely that I guess you can say that give myself you say is maybe a B plus, or say maybe an A minus or a plus, whatever you call it. So far with the grade, it's like for the grade, it's like